Oh, geez. Wow, okay. Let me start all this over again. Wow. No one was listening to me, evidently. All right, guys. What's up? What's up? It's episode number 47. I gotta stop doing that. I mute myself just in case I'm talking or making noise and stuff before the show starts. Wow, that's interesting. Let's see. How many minutes in are we? 13 minutes, or well, 3 minutes in. Great, great. All right, guys. Well, it's okay. No one was here in the in the beginning anyway. Let me pull this back up here. Let me pull myself back up, guys. Guys, okay. Let me start it back over. First of all, make sure the mic's unmuted when the show starts. Secondly, this is a show that is all about the journey that I am taking into learning how to grow and be self-sustainable and learn how, plants work, learn how things that pretty much every person I think should maybe know a little bit about. So this is my journey. This is the finally can hear. Thanks, Kathy. Could have said something. I'm just kidding. No, that's okay. So episode 47, you guys. I'm gonna do. You might have seen in the title. I'm gonna do a little bit of an unboxing review on a new grow light that I bought, and thanks a lot, everybody. Anyway, a new grow light that I purchased from my local grow shop, Level Up Seed and Garden. Um, and it's called Kind LED grow light. So I looked it up. The grow light that I purchased, the X750, it doesn't have a lot of videos out there. So I'm going to do a little bit of a review on it. I'll explain that further. But first, we're going to show a little bit of the other things I have going on right now. Let's see. Here we go. I like this view. Thanks, Corey. Thanks, everybody. What's up, Justin? Justin's new. Maybe not. Volume was messed up but yeah, no, it was my mic. I don't know why I did that again. I did it Friday too. It's okay. It's because I'm more worried about me like talking before the show starts. Anyway, I digress. So back to the video, guys. So I'm going to show you that grow light here in a little bit and sort of my first impressions of it and how it was packaged and everything. This is that pepper plant that I just cut a piece of the pepper plant off and stuck it into that aquaponics system, you guys. Basically, it's its own cloning machine because the water's always moving. Okay, focus, Waylon, focus. Okay, there it is. A little root started already. Today, there's actually a couple bigger roots, so that's good. Hey guys, if you haven't yet, if you found me on a group or anywhere else, hit that like button and think about throwing me a follow or like my page if you don't mind, just because I appreciate everyone watching me through the groups, but I'm trying to build that direct following on the page too. So I don't self promote all that much, other than you see things on the screen that say my name and stuff like that. But for the most part, I try to leave it alone. But I tell you what, if I could get some more people to get on the page rather than finding me random groups and things like that, might make things somewhat easier. Um, what's up, Dennis? Kind or good lights? Yeah. Okay, Corey. Finally, something I found that Corey can approve of. Yeah, I already saw that. Thank you, Corey. Yeah, no, you're gonna see this one. It's a newer one, so I am not always all about the new things because sometimes they have more issues. Oh, you know what? I actually showed this little video before. It's all right. Not everybody sees each one. Um, no, I'm not gonna skip ahead. A lot going on, guys. I ordered some stuff for my bigger project, my bigger grow bed. I ordered a pond liner. I got Mr. Corey here in the chat who's going to give me a big like tub that I can put fish in. What's up, Bearded? What's up, man? I'm hoping maybe I can get myself to be not Facebook user on your show sometime soon. That would be great. Justin, this is actually aquaponics. So here, let me pause this and I'll pull myself back up real quick. You can see here the around my screen, and actually I might just do this. There we go. And actually you need to move this guy away. There we are. So you can see the picture of the basic function of what's going on here in the corner there. The fish, you know, there's they filter through the what you might call grill medium or uh, through the the biofilter, and then that water is cleaned and given back to the fish. So it's all the circle of life, everybody. So yeah, it's similar to hydroponics, except you're looking at another byproduct or another production point of the system is fish protein. I mean, you got plant-based proteins too, but yeah. What's up, Devin? How are you tonight? How are you? Hey, what's up, Tyson? What's up, guys? Hey, I appreciate everybody stopping in, but if you could just give that like button a little squish on your way through if you're just stopping in. And if I just said it a minute ago, but please go give my page a like if you haven't yet, because I do like to share out to all these groups, but that can also be taxing. Sometimes the groups don't like it, so I'm trying to build the page up specifically a little bit more. Natasha shared this feed to my public page. Awesome, appreciate that. I didn't know you had a public page. You'll let me know what it is, Natasha, and I'll go through it, give it a like. Justin says, "Love the idea. I've drawn some ideas using my aquarium. Haven't tried it yet." So you can go really small with it, Justin. If you watch some of my older videos, like right now, I'm streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook right this minute. And on YouTube, you'll see my older videos where I just use a 10-gallon aquarium. I mean, it's just 10 gallons. It's a little aquarium, and you can grow, herbs and lettuce and all kinds of stuff. So I grew mint in that as well. I am using StreamYard, sir. Yes, I am. That's why I said I've been using StreamYard. So I don't know why Facebook doesn't want to let me be seen. I've given it permissions, but I'm pretty sure you told me there was some other way, like clear it out and start it back over, something like that. But I'll figure it out one day. So yeah, all this stuff you see here is stuff I water with the fish water. It's not directly in the system, but it's sort of an experiment. I'm working with soil, which I don't want to work with. I actually want to do all aquaponics, but I'm trying to learn all sorts of things, you guys. I want to learn the soil. I want to learn cocoa. I want to learn how to grow stuff outside, even though I'm the indoor farmer. Um, yep, you have to clear it out since you use it. I had to as well. Okay. That's so weird because I guess the computer would fix it on the computer on the PC side if I fix it on the phone side. That makes sense. Um, yeah, for some reason I stuck this video in here. This was definitely from last week, but that's okay. Those sweet potatoes are actually starting to go already. I got them planted. That's going to be awesome. Sweet potatoes. I heard actually. Let me read Natasha's comment first. Just my feed. I don't share it too much public, but your indoor farmer page needs to be known. This is interesting stuff. Thank you, Natasha. I appreciate that for sure. So everything you see here is almost all repurposed materials. Almost everything. Obviously growing materials like these cups but the PVC pipe repurposed. All the wood that you see is repurposed. Um, that's one big portion of my plan is to have a whole wing of the business, a whole division of the business into repurposing materials, um, finding ways to do it safely. And you can't just repurpose everything because sometimes you got plastic leaching and all kinds of unsafe practices. So once I go to commercial side of things, it's going to have to be a much more stringent method of making sure materials are usable or are not going to cause any harm. But yeah, look at how clean the fish tank is. Like you can't, like if you look at the bottom, there's a little bit of sediment, but there's no rocks, so that's why. And when I pour water into it, it kicks all that up, and then the fish will eat some of it, or it will get sucked into the pump, which is fine. And then it gets converted, or goes through its process to start converting into the nitrites and nitrates that your plants need. Now there's things that the system is deficient on. You can't continue going forever without adding things like iron or copper. And so I threw a couple pennies in there, and I threw a couple of nails in there. Let's see what happens. Let's see if that does the trick. Hey, what's up, Danny? How are you tonight, man? What's up? I'm actually going to take a little toke here while you watch me watering some plants. Yeah, this was actually from today, I think, this video here. You'll see that there's a black cloth pot back there, that one's got my sweet potato cuttings in it. I'm pretty sure I showed a piece of it at some point here, but yeah, I've not grown sweet potatoes yet. I'm going to try to do those differently. I hear that they're a lot harder to get all year long. People are all over the sweet potatoes because they take longer to grow. So if I can do those all year long and not have to worry about seasons or harvest or whatever, then boom. Cheers, Danny. But yeah, I mean, if I can capitalize on some crop or some product that it's a little bit harder to get all year long, then I have an in. That's where I go. I don't have to worry about fighting competition. You know, there's always a handful of things that are hard to get in different places. So got some strawberry banana clones that I'm trying to see if they'll root. Sticking in there. They're all a little bit bent from the shape of the branch, but you'll see that. Okay, there you go. There's the pepper cutting. It's got some roots going. So this works, man. It works as a cloner. It may not be as fast as like a misting cloner or something, but definitely works. I mean, and also you don't have the dome over the top to keep that, humidity in and stuff like that. So, there's some differences there, but it still works pretty good. Here's another pepper plant. Sort of here's what I was talking about earlier. I have a side-by-side direct contrast or direct experiment here or observation between pepper plants in the aquaponics system all the time and pepper plants outside of it that I just water manually. So I get to see that direct contrast. And let me tell you what, the stuff that stays in the system, as long as it's a plant that likes to be in the water all the time. Now look at this. It's basil. Check it out. Look at those roots, guys. Look at that shit. Basil roots everywhere. Mia, calm down, babe. Calm down. Dennis says, just approved your video in our group, bro. All right. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that for sure. Line Fane, Gary Collett. Oh, tagging people. Appreciate that as well. That's so awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate all the enthusiasm. Yeah, so I just stuck clones in different parts of the system to sort of see what works better, which parts work better. So that PVC pipe you see, water flows through that back there. And then so I have 3 methods of growing. So here's, well, more than that, but there's the sweet potato leaves. Yes, yes, sir. Oh, look at that big finger next to the tiny leaves. That's just some random like leftover soil and rocks and some clay pebbles and shit in there. Excuse me. But yeah, if you're just using, oh, actually, let me back that up a little bit. Let me show this one more time here. I took the grow plugs, and I let them soak in the water from the fish tank right here in this bucket. So they're really soaking up all those microbial bacteria and all the good stuff that you need. I think it's going to work well. We'll see. What's up, Jay? Matt, what's up? Just stopping by to say hi. Well, appreciate it, Matt. Appreciate it. Here's my worms, you guys. Here is my worms. I'm starting worms, and I'm thinking it might actually turn out to be pretty good. It's harder. It's not always easy to find a good source for them, for different people, growers and fishers and stuff. And I can feed these worms to my fish, and I can put worms in all my pot plants and stuff. It's going to be good. I can put them in the aquaponics system actually. The worms will lay over top of the clay pebbles, and they'll sort of lay half in and half out. Pause that. So, okay. I think I showed this last week, but man, I keep, so I have this big barrel that fills up with water from the condenser in the air conditioner, and then I use it, but then I'll turn it on and then walk away and then fucking flood the basement like once a day or once every few days. I make that mistake. It's so annoying. Yes, I got worms. That's right. Worms are cool. Thanks, Dennis. Yeah, I'm just getting into the worms. Here's some clones I had that were, they definitely all had roots, but one of these clones died, or not died, but it started to die off, so I had to just take it out. So I guess the moral of the story there is that just because it has a root doesn't mean that it's a strong enough like root system yet to actually take. Here's my 3 plants in the tent. They are all scrogged out and they are flipped. They are in their like 3rd day of flower right now. Yep, I adjusted the fan since this, and I've added 3 more lights, or 2 or 3 more lights. So for what you see here, it's actually got a lot more light. So I'm excited about that. I actually cleaned it up too since this video. Cleaning it up means like the underside, like taking out a lot of those leaves that are underneath here. That basically the leaves you see on the screen now should be taken out because they're below the canopy, below that top with all the leaves. So it's all about the way the training. I'm still new, guys, so I'm learning. I'm just explaining to you as I sort of start to grasp the concept, you know. Oh, okay. So here's another instance of me rearranging the video improperly, because this is actually where I put all those clones in the things. That's all right. Okay, so yeah, I just use those cubes that are soaked in fish water, and then I'm hoping that's, you know, should be nice little starter. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate that. When you gonna send me some good green apples? Good green apples? I'm not growing an apple inside. I mean, I actually, okay, I take that back. I'm gonna try to grow. Why is this person messaging me? I know this person in real life. Uh-oh, I wonder if they got hacked. Guys, when you have a business page, you have to respond so quick, otherwise that you're like you get you ruin your response rate or something. Anyway, that was weird. What the hell was I even talking about? Yeah, the apples. I did start growing peaches, you guys. I took the peach pits. My mom got these peaches from, oh, you can't even see that because my, anyway, she gets Georgia peaches that there's a company that comes up here every now and then and sells them all over the place. So I took the peach pits. These 2 I can't get open, but I took 3 other ones that are all opened up, and the seed inside of it, you put it in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 months to see if it starts to take. So that's what I have in the fridge now, and see what I can do with those. If I could try to grow like a dwarfed peach plant, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah, so trying these clones are because I'm flipping the strawberry banana plant, and I heard it was somewhat rare. It was from seed, so at least I know that's not like a clone from a clone from a clone. So I'm trying 10 of them, and to see what the percentage is of clones that take from the aquaponics system. And out of that, I'm going to see which ones were the best from which areas. So we'll see. That should be interesting to find out later. Let's see where we at. About halfway through. Okay. You guys see that mustard tree right in the center? That clone just moved on me. It's funny. Yeah, so that's my little setup, but I'm building a bigger one. I'm slowly gathering the stuff I need. I still have to get a pump. I think that'll be the last thing though. Get Corey's tub that he's got for me. Yeah, there are better ways to do this, better methods to try to get a higher what's the word, success rate for your clones. But since I'm doing 10 of them, I'm sure I'll get 1 or 2 at least, if not half. I'm thinking more like half will root. Apple pulling will be middle of September. Yeah, but what if I had an indoor apple tree, Jay? All year long. I could build like a hedge, like an apple hedge inside my house. So, some people might be tuning in just to find that light. So I'm gonna just take this moment to tell you guys, anybody who's still watching, trying to wait for that light, or anyone who's watching after the live is over, rewatch, or the recorded version, you can definitely check out that light where I talk about it. But then I'm gonna do another review on it after I've used it for a while. I've only been using it for 3 days. I'm gonna sort of give my initial unboxing opinion on it today, but I didn't do an actual unboxing. It's kind of, it's similar. I mean, I took pictures of what came out and wasn't that much. Takes them time to grow. Yeah, it does. But you can also take a cutting from a full-grown tree of some kind and get it a lot faster. That's one thing I want to do on some stuff, like a avocado tree would be awesome. One that's already producing and you get a cutting off of it, a few cuttings off of it, try to get it to root. Geez, I'm kind of over here too far. There we go. Still not right. Anyway, going to be changing things up here pretty soon behind me on my studio area. Can't wait to do that, you guys. But more than that, I can't wait to actually get going commercially. So here's my strawberry banana. That's what I took the clones off of. All those like low-hanging things, I cut most of that stuff off. Or I rerouted it to try to get it to, push up above the scrognet. That's the name of the game. So, not sure what I was doing on this video or this part. Skip ahead just a little bit. So I'm just trying to look at what might be too bunched up, what might get mold. This is before I change the lights out. So you can see how some of it's purple, some of it's green. It's because there's the different lights. Look at those lights. 3 of those are purples, which means blue and red make purple, and 2 of them are white, just 100-watt lights. So like that's what she was surviving on. Now look at this kind LED light, X750, sorry, that I just got. So I took a bunch of these lights and put them in my smaller tent. Oh yeah, that's me just making clones. I just picked 10. Yeah, I definitely mixed up this video for sure. Because I took a video. No, actually, no, maybe I didn't. I thought I took a video of me cutting, trimming the plant down, but no, this is just, if you don't know how clones are made, you just take branches that look healthy. You cut most of the leaves off. You leave sort of the top, 2 or 3 nodes with leaves on them, and then you cut. What I've heard in general is you want about 6 bud nodes, but I just make sure there's a few bud nodes down the length of like 6 inches or so, and boom, you got a clone. Now you can cut at the bottom, and then you have to you scratch, sort of scrape up the bottom of the clone, the tip of the branch, I guess you could call it, and you scratch it up a bit to rough it up to make it easier for those roots to start to take, or start to grow, I should say. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I had way more than I needed. I wanted 10 so that I could get an even number that I could get a percentage out of. Just something simple so I could do a little test. Plus, I want to get at least one strawberry banana before she's flipped all the way, because why not? If it's that rare, why not? I don't think it's that rare, but people think things are rare sometimes. Someone told me it was rare, and like, oh, I don't know. See, that's me scraping it, a little scratching it. Who's smoking out there with me? Anybody? Have a little tokaroo? I'm gonna have to start doing more research into the worms and see, like, I don't want to overfeed them, stuff like that. I don't want to have too much moisture in there or not enough. So all these little things that I'm not 100% sure about with the worms. I just kind of give them some water every other day or so. Cheers. Titled the video the way I did in hopes that more people would find it who were searching about this light, especially since it's new and not out there that much. It might help me, it might help in a little way to get more visibility. Plus, touche, right? A light giving you more visibility. No pun intended, guys. All right, this is boring. You can imagine I get 10 of them. Boom. All right. All right, here we go. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The kind LED 750X or X750 right here. So it came with 2 boxes, small boxes, with the, look at that. There's not much. Oh, that's flipped upside down, but that's okay. And then here's the problem, guys. Only issue that I had really with it is that it did not come with the hangers that it's supposed to have. All I got were 2 of the risers. I did not get the hangers that you use. So what I had to do was cannibalize and find 2 more risers that I was using, and found other things to use instead. And now I have, now I have 4 risers on it. So the grow shop I bought it from was kind enough to give me 2 more risers to make up for the difference. They didn't have the hangers, so couldn't do that. But Jay says, when I'm next at my friend's house, I will show you his back garden. He has them lights out the back, and all the plants are from Japan, and a large pond full of koi carp. That is pretty cool. So here's the controller box. I do a little closer up picture of it. So it's got your full spectrum side, and then the other side is the red spectrum side. And you have your 2 plugs for the controller, and then you have your output plug that goes to the lights itself. This thing's kind of heavy. The lights themselves are not heavy, but this thing was pretty heavy. Let's see, the actual volts are supposed to be a little just under 750, or watts. I don't know if it says it on here. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's supposed to be 750. Model number X750. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to it. Just these 2. I don't know if you can see them. There's these 2 metal sort of racks that you attach it to. It was pretty easy. when I got down to it. I thought it was going to be tough to do by myself, but I did it all by myself. Getting those on are kind of hard. The wire's a little stiff, but that's good. So yeah, there it is, guys. We're going to show you the big version or the full size here. I think I do a little video doing some work with it. Yeah, I got it hanging from my rafters. There we are. Hello, Deb. Hi, Mom. How are you tonight? Mom, ladies and gentlemen. Just doing a little review. This is mixing it into my regular show and doing this review on this new grow light that I got here to replace a bunch of smaller grow lights. And then, you know, reworking all the cords hanging everywhere and all that kind of stuff. And I really wanted to get this fan hanging that you guys see it to the left of me. That fan will oscillate by itself if it has enough cord. So you're about to find out. But yeah, you can kind of see the lights in action here. I ended up raising them up from their original height because they, I think, were too much light for my plants. You can look at, or for the plant, you see her, look at the plant, look at the leaves. The leaves are kind of sad, or they're drooping down a bit. That actually means they're trying to get away from the light. They get too much light. So I raised the whole light up. I brought the full spectrum down to 25%, and I brought the red spectrum up to 75%. And she's actually looking really nice now. But see, I have to do that until she's ready, or more used to that much light, and then you can step it up as she's in her flower cycle. This is about their 3rd day or so in flower, so we'll see how it goes. And I filmed this yesterday, so, but today's like the 3rd day. And now look at that fan. That fan spins all the way around. Hello, OGB. Or hello, GB. How'd you know? But yeah, I have to duck under the fan. It's cool though. It oscillates on its own. Zip, spins. You spin me right round. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to get this thing to stay up on the ceiling. It was kind of lodged in between a pipe. I just left it. I fixed it since then, but maybe this is when I did fix it. This is cool. Having 4 points of contact means that you can really angle that light differently. That is different. So the initial design of this is supposed to have these hangers that go all the way across each side for the 2 loops, and then you have 2 points of contact that are hanging from the ceiling. But you can't tilt it in all the different directions if I wanted to. I guess I don't need to. Maybe that's pointless. But in my head, I have more options using all 4 points like this. Yeah, I had to get creative here. I was trying to find ways to hook them up. You see how they're like pulled out and away? That's probably not good. I'm gonna need to make them more straight up and up above. I just need to go. I couldn't find my screws. I had a box of screws somewhere, and I don't know where they are, so I have to look for those. But for now, I just used what was up there, and it's working for now. But all right. Dog, I think the dog wants attention, or outside, one of the two. So here's what, yeah, I ended up wrapping that one around and then hooking it to itself because it didn't have anything else that was going to hold it up right. Anyway, works out. It worked out. The light, though, is really cool. I got a picture here eventually of it just all red. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Somebody said that, you know, in flower that all red is good for it. I should probably go down and check on it again just to make sure everything's holding, nothing is bending or, like, you know, just about to fall, that kind of stuff. You know, anytime you're just rigging things up like this together without using any sort of extra material or hardware, you can run into problems. So I recommend always double and triple checking all of your stuff and things. What's up, Kent? Kent, my man, how are you tonight, man? Kent, I'll take a little pufferoo off of the Luca Seahorse Max, just for that, just for my friend Kent showing up. So far, I think this is going to be an amazing light, you guys. I know there are more expensive lights out there. It does retail about $1,000. I think maybe somebody's here. Give me one moment. Find out if somebody's at the door. Oh, I see. Oh. Someone's outside, but not the somebody that is any issue. So, I don't know if anybody, oh man, I should have said this earlier. I was late to do the show tonight because my neighbor fell in his basement and could not get up. And man, that was a little scary. I went over and I helped him up and helped him up to the living room. And hey, bud, can you see we're live over here, bro? Hush it up. Zip it. Zip. I got a whole bag of shh. Back to my hit of the Luca Seahorse Max. Anyway, yeah, it was rough. It wasn't. I'm not saying he made me late. It's just like I was already behind, and I was like, yeah, I'll help. I'm not gonna say no. You know, I have nice neighbors over there, and definitely would help them out if they need it. Scary moment though, guys. So, oh, there it is. Me just messing around with the dials. There's all red. That's bright, huh? Bright red. It's crazy. That's 25% full spectrum. And then I think I left it at 75% red. It's a very light in general. Besides the controller box is kind of heavy, but compared to all the other lights, it's still much bigger for being so light. Kent says that light looks good as long as it has UV and IR. You're good, and Samsung does. It will make better buds, more resend. More resin. So Kent, what do you feel about the red spectrum? Somebody said that it does, the red light is good for flowering, for flower time. So what I did was, looks like I showed it 75% red, 25% full. And that's just until the leaves, until she gets used to that additional light. I don't think you can see the full right now, but anyway, until she starts looking happy, then I can maybe bump the full up 250. But yeah, she's at 25% or 25% full, 50% red. I don't know. I haven't looked that up. I don't know that for sure. That's what she needs, but it's cool that you have those options. I am not going to purchase a controller because I can reach it. That's where the controller goes there. I'm good for now. Anyway, maybe one day get them all running in series and have like 3 or 4. I'm going to cover this room here with Panda film. I got Panda film. That's going to be a big project. Be cool to find somebody to help me with that shit. Oof. Tacking all that up. Okay, so that's where I showed you the bracket that it goes into. It's pretty easy. So yeah, she looks a lot better now even today since I did this. I don't know if I showed a picture, but it's okay. There it is, guys. Kind LED grow lights. The X750. There it is. Look how thin she is. There it is, full red. Full on red spectrum right there. Okay, here are my plants outside a few days ago. And yeah, those are starting to flower on their own due to their light cycle. You can see here they're starting to stretch out and grow bud. Oh, this one here fell over today from the wind, even though it was tied to the fence. I have to fix it. I had to add more supports. Here's me taking off a few of these big leaves. They actually look better than they do, or they look better now than they did here. There's another video right after this that looks better, I think. Yeah, they only get about, and I'm not planning to do this outside after these. I just didn't want to throw these plants away. Wow, yeah, look at those. See how they stretch out? They reach out and then make the buds all start to form, and it's pretty cool. This is my first time flowering plants. I have a little auto plant that I'm sure you've seen. It's next to these here. Little teeny thing. I'm going to harvest it, but I was told this one here. Yeah, she's looking good, but I was told maybe a couple more weeks for some reason. Do some flushes. Maybe just one more week. I don't know. Look at that ingenuity. An old flip-flop. Holding up my air pot. Keeping it flat. Or somewhat flat. Even. Yeah, man. Look at that. Okay. Here's my pretty flowers in the back. I didn't put those there, man. I didn't put that shit there. There was just nice stuff that the previous owner did. Hostas and whatnot. Oh, yeah. I took... Oh, this video, you guys. I know it's weird that I threw it in here, but I took a reel of this. Some of you might have seen it. And some people that didn't realize, I meant to put music behind it, but look how the top blade of these windmills are disappearing into the fog. It's pretty interesting, actually. At least it was to me. Look at that. The top of that whole blade. Whoosh. That's pretty cool, I thought. But anyway, I wanted to pull that up because a lot of people were seeing it and like, I don't know, it's Illinois, right? Yeah, but look at that blade just disappearing. It's awesome. Ken says, do you have a jeweler scope that you can always know when to cut it? Yes, I have a small. I'll have to bring it on the show sometime. It's got a light on it. It's got a little magnify. They call it a microscope. It's not. I don't think it's as good as you can get. I think it was like $30. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it with that. But I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. We shall see. Well, I don't think we have anything to study tonight. Last time Jenna came on, and we ended up on here for 2 hours doing research and figuring things out, which was pretty cool, but that's okay. You guys, if you want to know more about the light, feel free to message me. And if you are still watching here at the end, please come and give my page a like instead of watching me through whatever random group it is that you might have seen me, because I'm shared out to like 80 groups. They don't all put me up right away, so you might be seeing this days from when I filmed this. So please go to my page, Waylon the Indoor Farmer, and give it a like. And feel free to follow the YouTube or the Twitch channels as well. All those things. I used to watch a lot more YouTube. Some people don't get on YouTube much at all anymore, so to each his own. But feel free to message me about the lights. The other thing about the lights, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I'm going to do another review on it after, probably when it's time to harvest that plant. So we will see how it goes up to that point. All right, where is my outro? There it is. All right, everybody, it's been episode 47 of the Indoor Farmer. I appreciate all input and or healthy criticism out there. Please let me know what you think, and let me know what if there's somebody like Jay had said earlier, if there's somebody that wants to do a walkthrough of their garden, their grow space, I love doing that too, and we put it up and do interviews and things like that. So definitely get a hold of me for that too. Otherwise, you guys all have a blessed Sunday night, and school starting next week, so exciting times for everybody. Thanks.